Hey folks, welcome to the channel. I'm Don. This is Rockin' the Country. I'm doing a gift request. Marlene McKinney, who is the official music ambassador to Estill County, Kentucky, has made a gift for me to do another artist from Kentucky, although this time from Hazard, Kentucky. And I'm not quite sure where Hazard is in relation to Estill County, but it's Emily Helene, and her song is Intrusive Thought. So Marlene, thank you for the gift and for being the ambassador to Estill County, Kentucky, because I've named you that, therefore it now is. It's official. And Hazard, Kentucky, Marlene, you said that Emily is another Appalachian artist, and she just so happens to be from Hazard, Kentucky. So let's see what she's got with Intrusive Thoughts. Here we go. Here comes Emily Helene. That's a cool hat.
Say I always talk too much when I'm in a crowd, not enough. Nothing I'm into seems to interest you. Intrusive thoughts, or are they true? I'm pretty agreeable, there to help you raise your girls.
Wait a tick. There's a lot already in this thing. Intrusive thoughts, or are they true? Because you've got true in intrusive. That was a nice play on words right there. But the content, the intent of those lines works really well. All right, so the dude's not real nice to her, not considerate. She doesn't talk enough in crowds, da-da-da-da-da. All right, I'm already in it.
Just enough to keep you content, but I need more than that.
Yeah.
I won't stay up late talking love, letters and long distance calls. Actually plan for a date night. Don't need your money, just want your time. Oh, so tired romancing, spinning around the kitchen dancing. Pull me in and my heart's racing. That's the kind of love I'm chasing.
Mm-hmm.
I want someone in love with me.
That's key.
Not just the idea of me.
Oh, I've said that so many times.
Feels like I'm feeling a role. Feels like we're just comfortable. Never do the little things no more. When I try, well, I'm ignored. What do you love about me? You tell me stop being silly. The day-to-day monotony has my heart quietly breaking.
Oh, good God. There's a lot to unfold here, but she's basically covering my life coaching practice. And what I've written in books and done in videos. She's covering it just like that. You've got to say it. You got to be consistent. When you believe in somebody, it's arguably the most powerful thing. Loving somebody is kind of easy. Liking them, it's a little more challenging because we do annoying things. But being in love, there's a big difference between being in love with someone and loving them. When you're in love with someone, that's a different type of love than just loving someone. I love my friends, for example. I tell them, bro hug, love you, bro, that kind of thing. My sisters, I love them, but it's very different when you're with somebody and you have that extra gear or 5 extra gears of passion, of in love. But believing in them means you're paying attention and you're identifying and speaking to the specific things that you see in them that are these beautiful, wonderful, strong things, these unique things that you're parsing them out, and you just cannot stop that process in life. It's got to continue. And what she's saying is, I don't need the money. I just need somebody to be in love with me. All right. Yeah. And granted, she's got to be doing things to make him want that. Like, it's a two-way street on that part. But if somebody she even said it in the beginning, I want someone to be in love with me, not somebody who's in love with the idea of me. Yeah. Expectations are resentments under construction. And that's where she's at in this song. There's a measure of resentment, or there's sadness there, but there's probably resentment. But let's see.
I once stay up late talking love, letters and long distance calls. Actually planned for a date night. Don't need your money, just want your time. Grow old type of loving, little feet through the house running, rocking babes on that front porch. That's the love I'm pining for. I want someone in love with me, not just the idea of me.
I love that.
I'm next to you but feeling low. You're just playing on your phone. Nothing I'm into seems to interest you. Intrusive thoughts, or are they true?
She's asking that to herself. I like it. Intrusive thoughts, or are they true? That's her own reflection to herself. She's not asking him that. She's asking herself that. Are these just intrusive thoughts that are just, as our mind wanders, we call it monkey mind, or it's feeling real, we're feeling real things, and then we get these thoughts. Are they just intrusive, unwanted, or are they true? It's like, okay, so she hasn't made a decision yet. She knows what she wants, she knows what's lacking, and there's a big gap in between, and that was brilliant. Now, I'm assuming she wrote that. She was singing that in such a way that she understood what this song was and is. I don't know where she's at. I don't know how many of the details in the song, like about the children and all that stuff, were true. But the essence of the song, I don't have much doubt, is true. Coming from her soul, from her sadness, from feeling forlorn, from probably wondering, is she overdoing it? Because that question, intrusive thoughts, or are they true? She's wondering, how much of a part am I playing in this? Is she playing in it? Because we all have to do that. Narcissists don't do that. Narcissists don't wonder what role, or if they even see it, they don't care. They don't feel. And there's another type of person I wrote about in my book called a taker, and they don't feel either. They don't feel others' pain. They are not moved by other people's perspectives in virtually any context in life. And that is a very difficult person to be with because they don't feel it or see it. She feels it and she sees it and she wonders, I have no doubt, how much of a part am I playing in what I don't have? Are my expectations unreasonable? Like, we all have to ask ourselves that. Like, when we get into a relationship, we have ideas of what it's going to be. And even at a young age, we have ideas of what a relationship should be. I've known a couple of people, and it tends to be guys at a younger age, who think that the right relationship is one that does not have friction, and those relationships don't exist. When you have when you have expectations in a relationship, you go into one with, and some of them are formed as children. And if we don't reassess or divest ourselves of them, they harm us and the people we're with, because we go into a relationship, we put our best foot forward, and we present ourselves as just nice, likable people. That's how we do it in relationships. We don't show our bad side initially. We show the good side. And so is the other person. And so you've got this whirlwind love affair, let's just say, and it's so happy and I can't wait to see them again. But then those expectations that are in you start to show up as you get closer and closer to that person. And then let's say you get married and living together. And then all of a sudden, your spouse is butting up against your expectations. And so the second there's some kind of disagreement, you think that person's at fault because they're butting up against your expectations. And that's not fair to that person. And in the song, that question she asked said she's going to be asking herself, what part did I play in this? And that is a very fair treatment of another human being. And it wasn't the blame game. And I love this was just very well crafted lyrically. I don't know what a producer would do instrumentally with those lyrics and the melody, but and I like she didn't smile once. She stayed in the pocket. It wasn't a smiley song at all. It wasn't meant to be that. But sometimes artists or new artists, I don't know how new Emily is. I mean, she's younger than me, obviously. She's young, but where they know I don't have to sell this thing. And that's why I think she really lived this. I'm pretty sure she wrote it. I think she lived it at one point. I don't know if she's living it now or if it was just a reflection. This is the type of song you might write in a lonely or semi-lonely moment. Honesty comes out of pain, generally speaking. And this kind of honesty, she's a very smart person. This is what I would say. Their intelligence comes in many forms. It's not just in getting hundreds on tests at school. I mean, that's one form of knowledge and regurgitating what you've learned, and there are good sides to that too. But that's not life knowledge per se. Putting a song together like this, with lyrics like this, structured like this, in the end, asking that question again, intrusive thoughts, or is it just true? That's genuine life intelligence. So, oh, Marlene, I got to rate this thing. You had me running on this one. Man, you know, when I rate songs, I don't rate them based on radio play. I I feel the intent. I feel the authenticity. Sometimes the simplicity speaks way more loudly to me than it does, this big ruckus production. And did it move me? But sometimes when lyrics are presented in a unique way, I mean, that also goes into it. So whenever you wonder, as some of you do, how I'm going to rate something, that's part of what goes into it. And I don't know if I'm inconsistent in my ratings. I pretty much just say the first number that pops into my head. But the number that popped into my head on this, based on the truth of this, and this could even be like a pre-marriage counseling song to play for people. The number that popped into my head was a 9.3. I mean, that's like up there with Janice Ian's at 17, where you're like, wow, somebody just captured and was brutally honest about something without being whiny. And that's can be tough to pull off. So Marlene, the official music ambassador to Estill County, grafted Hazard, Kentucky into the mix. Thank you for that, my dear. All right, folks, have a great day. I'll see you on another video. Keep rocking the country.